50 milliárd eurót az ukránoknak.
It's a bad decision, and we should not have been taken in this direction. But when the German president, the German chancellor, the French president and the other 24 almost frantically want to move in this direction, Hungary's only option is to warn them that this is a bad decision and that we will not be involved in the consequences. If we must pay for them, and we will pull the handbrake. It's not unusual. Well, I have seen it before, because the EU can make bad decisions.
Okay, let's talk about this further with Peter Zalmayev. He's the director of the Eurasia Democracy Initiative and joins us from Kiev. Peter, thank you so much. You know, if this wasn't such a serious matter, I would probably ask you if Vladimir Putin has some compromising photographs of Viktor Orban. But because it's a serious matter, let me ask you if you think Viktor Orban is holding the EU to ransom.
Well, absolutely. He has been holding EU to ransom for a while, even before this war. But obviously, you know, Hungary's brinksmanship and its obstructionism has come under closer scrutiny now that Ukraine is facing an existential matter of life and death. And Mr. Orban continues blocking the funds of over 51 billion euro to Ukraine. So a charitable explanation, a charitable one, is that all he wants to do is unfreeze the remaining 30 billion euro that Brussels has blocked of Hungary's funds. A less charitable interpretation is that Mr. Orban has indeed some dealings with Vladimir Putin that we're not even aware of. Officially, though, keep in mind that Hungary depends 60% of its oil deliveries come from Russia, and over 80% of its gas comes from Russia at a very steep discount. What may be happening under the table between these two leaders may yet be discovered in the years to come. We just can only guess.
So apparently they're going to meet early next year to discuss this financial package that they want to give to Ukraine, the latest one. But obviously the same problem exists in the US Congress, where there's a blockage in terms of the multi-billion-dollar assistance that is supposed to be coming to Ukraine. Peter, what have Western leaders not understood? This conflict has been going on for almost 2 years. Every time Ukraine has asked for specific military assistance, it's come too late to be truly effective. That's happened at least 3, 4, 5 times. And again, it's happening now. How?
Well, that's a very good question. You raise a rhetorical question. What Western leaders need to understand that this is not just a war for Ukraine. This is a war for the West's very soul, for its credibility. After all it has said and done on behalf of Ukraine, to just walk away and leave it sort of hanging in the wind would be tantamount to just capitulating. Please consider that Vladimir Putin is waging, and he said this time and again, he's waging a proxy war with the West. He's claiming to his audiences that, you know, Russia is fighting against NATO, against America's hegemony, etc. So for him to be able to claim a victory in Ukraine will do incredible damage to America, to the West. It will probably, encourage Putin to continue his aggression elsewhere, Moldova, maybe even the Baltic states. It may sound speculative considering that they're under the umbrella of NATO, but the leaders of Baltic states themselves have said that they're very concerned that they will be next. And obviously, this precedent it sets for other parts of the world, China vis-a-vis Taiwan. And we're already seeing this unraveling of a world order with Azerbaijan just walking over Armenia and Venezuela, Maduro, the president of Venezuela, is essentially issuing an ultimatum to the neighboring country of Guyana, claiming 2/3 of this country for its own. These are direct results of what is at stake in Ukraine.
Peter, we're very, very short of time. Just tell me, if you can, I know you're speaking from Kiev, but how many challenges does Ukraine face before it complies with all of the EU's requirements to become a member of the bloc? Because there are many.
There are many, and therefore no one is under any illusions in Ukraine that it will happen in the next 1 or 2 years. It may take as many as 10 years. Corruption remains a big problem in Ukraine. And once again, a country at war with another country cannot be accepted into NATO or EU. And that's what motivates Putin to continue this war. So we're under no illusions, but this was a very important vote. This was a vote of confidence that Ukraine will withstand this test of time, will continue to exist as an independent country with the prospect of joining the European community.
You're a great broadcaster, Peter, because you know what keeping it brief means. Thank you very much indeed. Take